And how's it going, everyone? Is your boy here? So this is gonna be the first time playing Guilty Gears. Let's see. So we're just gonna be over here. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let's see. As I learn more about. We'll do that after we're done with this one. So till then, let us begin. Let's see, the story mode of this game progress automatically, and requires no control. The sound setting can be assist through the pause menu. Through that, but the sound setting can be assist through the pause menu. Oh yeah, I already read that one. The latest progress will be saved when exiting the story mode by selecting main menu and or a chapter select menu from the pause menu, allowing you to resume where you left off. Thank you. Let's see, the story mode. The story mode of this game is divided into multiple chapters. By which manner, if you like to play average 20 minutes per chapter, you can also change the settings to okay. Let's see, watch it. I'll go with this. I'm just hoping if I don't get. I'm just hoping that I don't get copyright. Let's try.
How can this be? Mankind's emotions have overtaken the world, and one girl was supposed to shoulder the world tore itself from its origin. Her godhood is nigh. The only solution is to rid her of humanity's hope for the future comes at the cost of her own. Forgive me. All I can leave her is her name.
It's Eno!
Eno's here!
She's here!
Eno!
It's Eno! Stand your ground! Don't let her through!
Eno's here!
Do any of you really think you can stop me? Wow, no idiots in your little group, I see.
If you turn back now, we can all stay that way!
These days, chivalry's worth as much as shit on your shoe.
Be that as it may, we bear our country's flag. We're not afraid to step in it!
I feel for you. Really, I do. Our first idiot. Sorry about the mess. Didn't know you were such a neat freak.
Why are you here?
How about you? Why are you here? You wouldn't have ended up like this if you just gone and died when you lost your war against humanity.
And you believe you won? Witches have such vivid imaginations.
Better than not having one at all. I'm not the one who had to give up my crown and castle.
Be careful now. That rug under your feet is a lion's mane. You might be on the other side of the cage for now, but you won't get away with it for long.
I could stop if you'd like. So long as you return what's mine.
Yours? You think it will obey you just because you put a leash around its neck? That power needs no master.
Today it does. And once you see someone wielding it, you'll know who the master really is.
You may think you know everything, but you can never foresee your mistakes. You're just a child excited over a new toy.
No, you're the child here. You've dreamed up the boogeyman under your bed and in your closet. But you didn't have the imagination to drive them away.
What are you planning?
Limitless creation.
Someone finally found me out, huh? And you're the most dangerous someone it could have been.
Someone once said that if mankind's endless want could be sated, inequality and conflict would come to an end. Or, to look at it another way, if you were to rob humanity of its desire, you would bring peace to the world. But who wants a world like that? And what is the peace people desire? Asking that is to ask what humanity is.
This is so interesting. Oh, I'm sorry that the quality ain't too good, but you see. So it still needs some work, but maybe next on the stream I'll get it working again.
Is everything all right? I can hear tires screeching.
These windows have great visibility. Wouldn't you agree? You wouldn't even know they were there. They're 110 millimeters thick, too. 100% words eye, just as fast on land as in the water. Worst case scenario, she can even move without wheels. And our driver's more than her good looks. She's got 42 manuals worth of emergency protocol committed to memory. Not bad,
If I could say it correctly.
Asuka. No need for a mister.
Asuka, then. Anyway, this car you've chosen for your little hitchhike could put any tank to shame. My only complaint is that I can't find an insurance company to cover it. Do you know why that is?
Well, yes I do. Because you are the 76th President of the United States, and this is your personal car. A little flashier than I would have chosen on my way to proposed demilitarization at G4, but nonetheless.
I agree with you there.
I do apologize for forcing my way in like this. I had considered alternative approaches, but...
Save the explanation for later. For now, we need to get all these eyes off us.
Our intrepid reporters can confirm firsthand that the gear maker is currently seated in the president's car.
That is correct. It seems that the most heinous criminal in history, commonly known as that man, may have surrendered himself into United
While we
States
haven't been
custody.
able to get a clear view of the situation, witnesses are reporting that he was speaking with
the mastermind
president.
behind
Now there's a
innumerable
possibility
crimes
that
during
this
the
may be a
Crusades.
copycat.
The monikers That Man and Gear Maker should be familiar to
His true
anyone who's
identity
ever
has
opened a
remained a
history
mystery
textbook.
until now.
Some speculate that he may be involved with United States expected demilitarization announcement.
Citizens have started to gather in protest, resulting in confusion.
Be wary of the
at
recent
42
spread of
club
unfounded
incident.
speculation. As of now, we don't have any confirmation.
He's a man of many names, but perhaps we should call him by the one most familiar to us. The Devil.
Wait, that's
vultures,
him?
all of them. They can spot prey from a mile away.
Oh, actually, I leaked the story to them.
You don't say. Wait, huh?
I hate to say it, but you heard that right.
It was a necessity. I want my actions to be just as transparent as the glass of this window. I know that my request is unreasonable, but...
You call it a request. With all those eyes on us, this is a demand. You might not realize, but if the pen is mightier than the sword, then the microphone's stronger than a cannon.
You're supposedly the mastermind behind a 100-year war. Whether that's true or not, it's what the people believe. If the victims of that conflict or their families are nearby, they aren't just here to get a look at you.
Huh? Hold up.
Get down!
What? Oh!
So it is you. That's a negative, boss. Looks like the other one is in Illyria.
Skies sure are clear. We're going to need a 43rd manual, Mr. President.
Worry about that after...
Mr. Asuka, they say that there's nothing you can't do. So what could you possibly want from us?
Confinement.
For you? I don't think there's a cell in this world that could hold you.
No, not for me. For the tome.
What?
The tome? You mean the tome of origin?
To be more precise, I need a place that cannot be accessed by any outside force. One that cannot be forced open by any weapon or spell, no matter how strong.
Now I see.
So, like Alcatraz?
No, Mr. President. He's referring to an even safer location. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center. In other words, the White House.
There it is! And there he is, so freaking bad guy.
This ain't good. A soul bad guy. I saw you in the newspaper, you know.
You can read. Shit. You're smarter than I thought. How about you read this for me?
Ooh, who's that handsome devil?
Come on, read it. Says you're worth 2 months' worth of meals.
2 whole months? Figured a big world-saving hero would have more expensive tastes. Shouldn't you be putting up your feet at the castle right now? What are you doing out here, bounty hunting?
Do I look like I got any table manners? Hold on now. Hear me out. I get it. Between the name and the look, I can seem a little scary. But you make the right choice here, and I'll show you my softer side.
Don't screw with me!
Should have chose option A. Huh.
That was the wrong choice.
Should have chose option A, my dude.
with him.
You monster.
Oh. That's Mr. Monster to you. The Army didn't burn their morals and budget 100 years ago to make someone you could disrespect.
You mean Asuka, right?
Huh?
It wasn't the Army who made you. It was Asuka.
This guy sure as hell doesn't need to know that.
I mean... Well, actually, yeah.
And I'll settle things with him in due time.
Our citizens have both freedom of thought and freedom of speech. They may voice their complaints to the government as they see fit. This is a democracy, after all. In short, Kai, our administration is not a popular one.
You telling me that someone came to complain about a top security containment cell 300 meters underground?
You catch on quickly.
And you chose to leave the comfort of the castle and come take a look for yourself.
I didn't plan on doing so, until I heard that the first king himself was inspecting the site. Are you really so desperate for supporters?
In terms of pure accomplishment, people say I should be the third king.
Lines like that are why you keep making enemies. What are the damages?
32 injured, and the sturdiest door in the castle kicked down.
What was stolen?
Nothing. Nothing I could include in a report, at any rate. The culprit took something from Aerials. Whether that's a weapon, a power, or something else we should be afraid of, I couldn't say.
It's as if we're cursed. How has it only been 3 weeks? 3 weeks between the end of the war and our culprit deciding to shake things up again. What did you say her name was?
Ino. If you're planning on becoming a detective, you chose one hell of a first case.
This is an extensive criminal record. If even half of these accusations are true, then 10 life sentences wouldn't be enough. And she's a combat genius with the ability to move through time? It's no wonder the police and the military have thrown in the towel.
Spare us the barbs and read, would you?
Barbs? I like to think of them as staples, holding the pages together. Otherwise, it's an endless list of excuses for why Ino's running wild. But on that note, Leo, I do have one question about all of this. What is her goal?
All of our info's on those pages in your hand.
She's the strongest performance criminal in history. Other than that, we don't know a thing.
Even where she came from?
We don't even know if Ino's her real name.
Are you
Saves
sure
me the
about
trouble of
that?
looking her up in the registry, at least.
She's been known to work with the gear maker. Though again, we can't say why. Or at least she was working with him until recently.
What makes this time any different?
She's never made a move this big before. Not to brag, but I'm a video surveillance fiend. If I caught it on camera, I could track a flea to the end of the world. But Ino destroyed all the footage from last night.
Of course. That's criminal behavior 101.
Not for her. Usually she wants the spotlight. But this time, she didn't want to be seen.
She was hiding something, which can only mean she's got a sequel in the works.
How grateful I am that we have your brain. But what is it about this that has you so rattled?
The timing. It's too close to the G4 summit for this to be a coincidence. And we've got two troublemakers in play here. The Gearmaker and Ino. They may have different motives, but I can't imagine their actions are entirely unrelated. When two tornadoes collide, they create an even bigger storm.
You were right about that.
The timing couldn't be worse. We need to put an end to all this. Or rather, We need a tornado that can snuff out the other tornadoes.
Wait, you're thinking bringing Soul back?
Soul bad guy is still a bounty hunter, is he not?
The man spent 100 years trying to get his life back.
It's not that I don't appreciate what he's gone through, but heroes are put on a different pedestal. We shower them with praise because we expect them to risk their lives.
But I don't know, man.
Making sure he won't fall off?
Just about done.
Okay.
Hey, Jacko, careful with that. I just put it together, so it's not stable yet.
What? Is it gonna blow up or something?
Yeah, and take the whole damn mountain with it. And that's before I even got batteries in the thing.
Well, that's terrifying. You really want me to carry this around?
You ever get an entire century to tinker away at a hobby? You'd be amazed at what you can make.
Huh? You call this a hobby? That's a little aggressive.
No different than brand name clothes or jewels. Think of it as a bouquet of roses, and handle it that way too.
Maybe I'd know how if you ever gave me any.
Ha! By the way, don't pull a stunt like that again.
Huh?
You're a regular human now.
Biologically, you mean?
You know what I mean. Wouldn't you have rather stayed back at the castle?
Arya's still in here. I'm nothing more than a temporary replacement personality. Just an AI put in place to steer this body. Save that question for when your real girlfriend is back.
I'm asking you.
I have no desires beyond fulfilling my role.
And your role wants you here with me.
Am I the one who was at your side for 10 years? I have 1,000 years worth of knowledge of my role. And not even 1 year's knowledge of this world. Besides, what would you do if I did say I wanted to stay at the castle?
I tell you, too bad. You need a royal decree just to open the damn refrigerator. Even a rat wouldn't last 2 days there.
Soul.
Yeah?
I need you at the castle.
Yeah, that face. That face.
You smell that? Dust and plants everywhere.
And, you're happy about that?
You try spending all day locked in a windowless room. Then you'll get it. I was stuck in one for 100 years. What'd you pull me out for, anyway? It's my fault you lost your power. You want it back, right? Look, I know it sounds cheesy, but... it'll make you a god. Does that intrigue you?
Does it matter?
Sure does.
Hello?
That's an awfully personal question.
There's a reason behind this world. Things only ever start to exist when there's a reason for them to. Even me. As long as you exist, you're needed. By something. I was wondering if, for me, that something was you.
Fallen for me, have you?
Your power, at least.
What else is there?
I realize this may sound a bit contradictory now, but I've never been big on the idea of fate. So even if we only know, I don't know, 4% of what makes up the universe, discovering the remaining 96% doesn't really interest me. Neither does wealth, honor, influence. The most important thing for me is drama. What kind of story are you about to write for us?
The god who made me did so with a tequila in hand. If he could do that, I can do anything. But what I want is simple. A future.
Well, that is interesting.
Well, now that is a nice car. Can I get one of those, please?
Happy Chaos.
Happy?
My name. You're my boss. And I'm gonna be your sacrifice.
This game is just... I have so many questions in which... Happy Chaos. That's pretty interesting.
Avalon, this is Firefly 3. Special patrol complete. Requesting permission to RTB.
Avalon Clay confirming Firefly's patrol logged as complete. Return to base, Firefly.
Nice weaponry. So this guy
Mr. Oscar,
is Gear
I won't
Master.
ask you to walk with your eyes closed, but try to save your curiosity for the guided tour.
Oh, right.
I really don't mean to be so uptight, but this is a highly restricted area, which is, to be fair, exactly what you asked for. The most difficult room in the world to enter. Though I hope you don't expect 5-star luxury.
So it's just through this door?
No, that room's just a room. You could just open the door and walk right out for a coffee.
Very clever. A secret base at
Quite the antique, isn't
at the White House?
The White House hasn't changed since the Crusades. It's got little shelters and hideaways all over the place.
I'm rather used to this sort of environment.
Meanwhile, I don't even know what's safe to touch.
Mostly... not all of it.
Good. It hasn't changed.
Oscar.
Coming.
Oh, now that is a room that I will take.
This should suit me perfectly.
Do you have many friends? I'm afraid that all private communication from this bunker is strictly forbidden.
Signal blocking, I presume?
That's right. Communication's less forbidden than it is impossible. This room uses 13th generation AES encryption, the highest standard of security in the universe. So, make your personal calls now, before your friends start to wonder where you've disappeared to.
Oh, thank you, but... I don't believe that will be necessary.
He's awfully unassuming for the devil.
Yeah, I'm almost disappointed, to be honest.
Hush?
Whoa. What are you...
Don't panic. See? Sorry.
What are they up to in there?
Chief, Secretary Dickinson has already arrived.
That's why we're in such a hurry.
Honestly, I'm not sure if this whole exercise is really worth our time. I mean, the Secretary's stronger than all of us agents combined.
Yeah, and he's pissed off that we let the gear maker into the compound. Being late may cost us some trust, sure, but skipping this training would cost us our lives.
Tell that to Geo.
A little early for moon watching, isn't it?
It's too gloomy indoors.
It'll get a lot gloomier if you piss off the Secretary. Come on, you got a training exercise to get to.
You recommended me for the Secret Service, remember? I read the brief. I know what I'm doing.
Oh? Did it say anything about paying you to take a nap?
Can you learn to shush? Where you got that?
You're
Where you
so
got that
much
for?
stronger than I am. Yet you still haven't earned this badge. Why is that, Giovanna?
Because it
Oh,
looks incredible,
Giovanna.
I don't disagree. But don't go around saying that, got it? This was designed by the president himself.
Did he design that ugly shirt, too?
Enough
Ooh.
already. Just prepare for your training. And button up your shirt.
But then how will I catch a good man?
Oh my god.
Sure didn't work on me.
Now, Oscar. I think I've got a good read on you. I've seen that you're a good man. The people who don't know you may say you're the devil, but it doesn't seem like you're looking to cause trouble. That's why I opted to grant your request. But now that I've done so, mind telling me why you're really here?
You said that you wanted to protect the tome. Do you intend to remain within these walls forever? We aren't idiots. We realize that your surrender coincides with the G4 summit, and you'll be right under the representatives from the 4 most powerful nations in the world. So what exactly do you intend to do?
Rather than protecting the tome per se, I want to erase it from mankind's history. It's been done before.
You're welcome, welcome.
Are you familiar with Project Tir Nanog?
Impossible. That's just an urban legend.
Fill me in.
People say there's a massive strategic weapon hidden somewhere within the White House. But that's a completely unfounded rumor.
As the former president, Miss Bartholomew, you would know. It is indeed mere gossip. But what makes it a rumor of note is that the truth is far more surprising. The Crusades may be over, but many sad relics of the era remain, lying dormant and undiscovered. Some of which are extremely dangerous. I consider it my duty to eliminate them all.
Huh? And you intend to raise this issue at G4?
The blame for the Crusades rests solely on my shoulders. I put humanity on the brink of extinction. There's very little difference between a good statue and an evil bystander. For too long, I've chosen to avert my eyes. But if there are two things I truly need to erase from this world, they are the Tome of Origin and Soul Bad Guy.
Let's continue on. This is a game much more interesting than I expected.
This is where we could finally see each other. Just one last time.
Aww.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Did someone try to pull this Zawaldo?
What was all that? It wasn't real. Was it the past? No. Maybe the future?
No.
Huh? Oh well, does that mean he's gonna show up here?
Thought you said you hated the castle.
If you had royalty in your family, you'd get it.
What sort of treat is the king dangling
Wait,
in front
how
of
can
you
you
this time?
See? I'm not a dog.
Like that?
You know.
I mean, he's
But you are a son of a bitch!
Oh, like you're one to talk. Well, if you're not a dog, I guess we don't have to worry about feeding you then.
Wait, let's not be hasty here.
The king's got him well trained too. He wouldn't go to the castle when I asked.
Stow it. We get to skip the bounty processing fee if we turn him in at the castle anyway. Listen, Kai accepted my terms.
Terms?
I'll tell you later. You really like chatting that much?
Yeah.
Then save your questions for this evening. We've got a whole day before we reach the castle.
Hey, just how often is the world in danger anyway?
Evening already?
Oh my
Time
god.
flies.
Frederick,
Yeah?
you're smiling.
So what?
We talked with our friends once about the nature of human happiness. And my answer was different than everyone else's. I may have a human body now, but my role, protecting the world, is all that's left to me. So maybe the human one here is you.
You still haven't realized it yet.
Huh?
I'm not certain about this room just yet, but everything else is just as I remember it. Finally. I'm finally here. Asuka R. Kreutz. For the first time ever, you exist.
So that's the infamous Gearmaker. I never imagined I'd get to see his face.
Looks awful young to me. You sure he's the real deal?
His power is, at the very least. He even offered us a little present. A historical record written by that man himself.
Christmas came early this year, I
wonder
see.
what happened to him.
Assuming he's only here to talk, that is.
Oh, I'd be the first to tell you that Asuka's no Santa Claus.
But he came on down the chimney and entered our home. If he ain't Santa, then I'm afraid I gotta see him out.
I'd like to believe Asuka's being honest with us. He understands the purpose of the G4 Summit.
In my purpose? You mean taking out Soul Bad Guy? The man who saved the world?
Well, I must admit, I couldn't get Asuka to reveal his true intentions. So we'll all be keeping our cards close to our chest until the day of the summit.
It's undeniable that Soul poses a real risk. Perhaps Asuka intends to subvert our plans for him.
Could well be, but let's just table this issue for now and move on.
Wait, there's more?
Based on this morning's report, it seems we got ourselves two Santas.
Our second Santa's name is Eno. She's an internationally wanted criminal. The Illyrian government has designated her a potential terrorist as well.
A terrorist? Then what's she after?
It seems they have no clue.
She's a total unknown, from her motive to her plan to her whereabouts. I'd say she's a ghost, but we'd probably have more intel on her if she was. All we know is that the Illyrian army, the strongest military force in the world, have got themselves a name for her. The Calamity. And she's chosen this moment to make her move.
They haven't said so outright, but Illyria might be hoping that we'll cancel G4.
When we don't even know where this woman is or what she wants?
That's the problem. We don't know just how dangerous Eno could be, or how the Gearmaker might respond if the G4 Summit's canceled.
That's true. He seems peaceful enough now, but he wouldn't have to come to the table just to have it overturned.
We're between a rock and a hard place.
Dickinson, our demilitarization promises aren't just some vote-grabbing scheme, correct? We're building a new generation, a new era of peace. People will only follow a leader if that leader's moving forward.
I have to admit, you surprised me. I thought you'd prioritize national security over all else.
I don't trust the Gearmaker as far as I can throw him. If he's so innocent, then who's responsible for the scars that have been raked across our history? Is that man somehow two different people? All that being said, protecting our country means protecting the ideals and people our president believes in. Besides, how could I say no to those eyes?
It's not like we have the time to be squabbling amongst ourselves anyway.
Still, Erica, what are we gonna do about Soul? We can't exactly mosey on up to him and ask him to take a comfy seat in the electric chair.
I know how the president would respond, so I've already made a few arrangements. Even if they did involve a little white lie.
Kai.
Leo.
I heard the news. So the U.S. sent us a summons letter for Soul.
That's right. The presence of the Gearmaker has done nothing to slow their plans to hold G4. They're asking Soul to come as a knight.
Americans don't even know how to make sausage right. Eno, is on the move, and they're holding a party. It doesn't take a genius to ends.
President Vernon is quite passionate about making G4 a success. Between that and his demilitarization plan, he truly does hope to change the world. Which means our only course of action now is to capture Eno, just like Daryl said.
I almost forgot. You may look like an honor student, but you're a hot-blooded fool.
How dare you?
Why does this always happen whenever I'm about to go home? I must be cursed. What? What is it?
It's just that the word cursed coming out of your mouth is starting to sound all too familiar.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
So, it's my birthday. You asked me to spend some time with you. And it's for work.
Sorry, work's all I'm any good for.
Is that machine code? What year is it?
Hey, Magic Machine hybrids are plenty modern. This is Rose. It was a popular programming language a long, long time ago. Here, I'm gonna call an undeclared variable.
Won't that result in an error?
That's normally how it works.
Oh, is there something hidden in the error message?
Could you stop being so perceptive?
Could you stop being so mysterious? Fine, fine. I'll wait till you're ready to pull the curtain back.
Well, shit. Now this is just awkward. That's what I get for trying to be clever, I guess.
A ring?
Well, yeah.
A digital one?
Yeah, sorry. The real one wasn't quite ready in time. Did I screw things up?
Frederick, if I were to vanish from this world, what could I leave behind for you?
What? Hey, don't talk like that. It's bad luck.
I promise you, no matter what happens, I'm never going to forget this day. But I want to leave you something to remember too.
All right then, let's see. How about your hat?
No.
My hat?
Yeah, the forecast said it was going to be overcast the whole day. You gotta be some kind of eccentric to wear a hat on a day like today.
Wow, way to kill the mood. But sure. If it can help you remember this moment, you and me, together, under the cloudy sky, then my hat is all yours. And maybe that way, I can always be by your side.
Oh.
Dang. At that moment, PS4, I see what you're doing. And now we have Eno.
Tree.
And happy.
Tree. 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 Tree.
Keep that up for the whole ride and you'll lose your mind.
This might be news to you, but I can teleport instantaneously.
People these days, it's about the journey, not the destination. You've confused your goals for your duties, and it's stressing you all out. You see, and forgive me if I'm being indelicate here, you're cursed. You were born without something that humans need. Desire. And unlike the common cold, it's not something you can fix with some ginger tea and a nice bath. Oh, no. Yet, miraculously, you still awaken to your emotions. Society granted them to you.
So what? Do you want me to start singing culture's praises? In a convertible? Once you confuse cost for class, you lose sight of yourself, you know.
Spare the philosophy. I don't even have a self to lose sight of.
Oh, come on. You're telling me your pointy head's empty.
Not exactly. Problem is, there's too much in here.
Isn't it about time you tell me where we're headed?
Oh, right.
Then tell
Let's
me.
start at the very beginning. We need a special book. That's how we can get you your power back. But we've got 3 problems to deal with.
What?
First, Oscar, the owner of said book, is in the White House. And I don't have a clue what's going on in there. Second, if G4 gets canceled because of us, our boy Oscar might run away. I can take care of the first problem on my own. I'll let you deal with the second. The real issue is the third one. Any guesses what it might be?
The flame of corruption. Sole bad guy.
Why?
Our plan's completely shot to shit if he shows up.
Bingo. Which is why we're headed where we're headed. We're gonna pick up something we need. Manpower.
So they have 3 objectives. And it's gonna be a one possible outcome.
Didn't think this would be ready for a while. You sure I can have it?
It is a fairly hefty reward just for showing up. I won't ask what you plan to do with it, but try not to cause too much trouble.
By the way, what's up with the new look?
Oh, you mean my clothes? It's nice to not be so formal all the time. Besides, right now, King Kai Kisuke is officially out on an expedition.
Oh, Kai. I always
What'd you screw up this
Key.
time?
I merely said that I plan to make my family public at G4.
You could at least pretend to play nice with the new conclave.
It wasn't an easy choice. Unlike my wardrobe, family isn't something you can put on and take off. This year, even Leo agreed with me.
Just think what your conviction will cost you in taxes. So, what'd you call me for?
There's something I want you to see first.
Red, blue, yellow. When you put all these beautiful colors together, it all becomes black. But polish that black surface enough, and it will show you your reflection. Please, stop, Eno.
Like, this is getting interesting as we speak. I know it's gonna be more cutscenes, but it's something. You'll learn it. You'll know it from every cutscenes that has a secret key. And don't even think about it. It's not a pun.
What am I looking at here?
The former Sanctus Maximus Populi, Aerials.
Hardly looks like the one I know. What the hell happened to her?
I wish I knew. The reports say that Eno showed up and took something from her.
Eno?
Yeah. I'd press Aerials for more details, but I can't get anything out of her in this state.
I get it now. Listen, nobody out there has a sharper tongue than Eno does. Probably knocked her down a peg. Ariels is still down in the dumps from whatever verbal beatdown Eno dished out, that's all.
He knew something.
No.
What? Listen.
No.
At least let me...
I said no.
I haven't even said anything yet.
I know what you're going to say.
You think I'm trying to put you to work?
It's what you've wanted every other time.
I wish I could have a word with my past self. Though I have a few complaints for you as well. Whenever people need something from you, they come to me.
And what's that?
Not much of a segue, but it's the other reason I called you here.
A summons for knights. A request for security at G4, huh?
The United States has specifically requested you.
Aren't they supposed to be throwing away their weapons? I know they know what my alias is.
That's not all. They're calling for all countries involved in G4 to help with security. They've also shared confidential information in the hopes of facilitating that. Even after we told them we'd hire specialists.
Since when did the summit become a battlefield?
You never did keep up with the news, did you? The Gearmaker will be taking part in G4.
And all while Eno's making the rounds. Why is Vernon so in love with this summit? Can't he cancel the damn thing?
We can't let talk of peace be drowned out by threats of violence. Perhaps that's his line of thinking. In any case, I have a bad feeling about this that I just can't shake.
Soul bad guy. I know you're there. Stop her. Before it's too late. Stop Eno. The future is coming to attack us.
It'll have to wait a few days. We're leaving.
What's the job this time?
I'll tell you later.
Then you accepted it, huh? I bet that king was a champion breeder in another life.
Ugh. I told you, I'm not some damn dog. Sounds like someone doesn't want her present.
Tell me it's roses. Izeo inspection permit. Izeo is in the level 4 isolation zone?
That's our next stop.
Huh? Why?
We're going on vacation.
In a military zone that's been abandoned for 20 years?
Yep.
Don't think too hard about it. Work or vacation? Say it.
Huh?
Not huh. Work or vacation.
Work or vacation?
I can't hear you. Work or vacation?
Work or vacation?
Louder.
Work or vacation?
That's more like it. Which would you choose?
Vacation?
Good answer.
Can work really wait?
This one's a real mess. Eno's all mixed up in it. Sounds like she took something from Ariel's.
Still haven't found it yet?
Hey?
People come here to shop. So it's hard not to notice the same guy showing up every day without even one bag in hand. You're looking for something, aren't you?
Yeah, something like that. Name's Axel.
Well, hello, Axel.
So, the truth is, I've got superpowers. I know something bad's gonna happen soon. Here, I mean. I can feel it. So, Mr. Observant, you see anyone suspicious around here lately? I'm kidding! Can't even bend a spoon.
Oh my god.
You really had
Sorry,
me going
mate.
there.
This place is my go-to date spot, you see.
Did you get separated from your girlfriend?
Yeah, a few decades ago.
Ah, so that's how it is. Plenty of people come here in search of their past. They can't find a new path for themselves, so they just gaze down the one that got cut off somewhere along the way. But really, it's not that their path went away. They just can't see it anymore. They've forgotten how to look for it.
Do you think we could remember how?
Sure, it's not so complicated. This one's on the house. Just don't get so stuck on the past that you miss out on all there is to see in the present.
Thanks, mate.
Like,
this again.
Scales. A well-calibrated scale uses counterweights to keep itself from breaking. Order, systems, stability. A scale that doesn't move is no scale at all. That's not allowed. The world as we see it is shaped by mankind's emotions. Your conclusion is meaningless.
Who are you?
Axel Love. Haven't seen you since 2192.
what?
Yeah, I think I remember if we met before. Where are you from?
Somewhere very deep.
Something's going to happen, isn't it? Oh, this is bad, Chief.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh.
That's a waste of the med apple.
What?
And he's gone. It's like the next episode. It's like, God, it's just like one show. Oh well, it'll come back. It'll come to me. But, wait, see, it'll come back to me. But can we talk about that one scene that you can just hear from the headphones?
What is it?
Huh?
Don't want the vacation after all?
It's not that. Hey, Frederick. With the destructive force that was Justice gone, and Ariel's who tried to use her captured, who do you think currently poses the greatest threat to the world?
What's this all about?
Just answer.
Huh. Axel, probably? He can stop and reverse time. Science and magic don't got shit on that.
Exactly. If he wanted to, Axel could basically become a god. Why do you think he has those powers?
Enough with the riddles. What's your point?
What if Eno had those same powers?
She doesn't. There's no way in hell.
How do you know?
The world's still turning.
but her powers are still incomplete.
Incomplete?
What do you mean?
You know something, don't you?
Oh, come on.
Oh. Axel.
Hi, Chief. Hello, Jackie.
What the fuck?
There's no time. Just listen. Something real bad's about to happen in that city over there. I've got no idea what it is, but I'm gonna try and stop it. Meet you there, Chief. Counting on you.
What?
I was about to say you got 10 seconds to get the freak out of my ride, or you'll be severely getting hurt. But then gonna have to remember. But then you're gone.
Oh, wow. This place sure has changed. Back during the Crusades, it was wasteland all the way up to that mountain.
Is there something special here?
An old friend of mine.
We're going up against the flame of corruption, you know. Can they really help?
He's more or less immortal, and his weapon works on soul. I can copy it too. Anything else?
I think that covers all the bases.
Thought so.
Okay. It's blazing hot outside, and I know for a fact that it'll burn his feet.
Oh, the price he's paid makes top floor rent look
How
like
he-
peanuts. For more than half a century, he's been stuck underground.
Whoa. Oh, oh! It's finally happening.
Rise and shine.
I'll kill you.
Not exactly a morning person, is he?
Perhaps you mean to say you'll erase me. You can't kill someone who's already dead.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do a check. Raise your right hand.
I refuse.
Oh, no.
Okay. Now.
My boy.
Let's work that rust off.
Oh.
I don't know who you are. I have no business with you.
Oh, but I do.
Business with an undertaker? What an unusual woman.
I am your boss, you know. Assuming you make it through the interview, that is.
You fiend!
Not bad.
What a tepid interview. I've yet to show you what I can do.
Oh.
And what a mediocre show of your true power.
Hmm? So, you're knightless.
Look at that. Rust's off.
You plan to make me an accomplice to your evil deeds yet again.
You could
So
say
he
that,
is
I
a good
guess.
guy. Well, not
All right,
not
that's
not happy
one
chaos,
down.
no. But
do you remember the next
is
step?
he
I do. Thanks to that long-ass car ride.
Nago Ryuki?
Hmm.
Well, if I pronounce it right, if by any
Mind if I
means
take a little
necessary.
detour?
We don't have much time.
I just want to say hello. There's an acquaintance of mine around these parts.
I suppose this will be the last time. But let me warn you now. Soon you'll be so bored that you'll long for our road trip, but after this is all over, you might start longing for that boredom again.
Only if I have any feelings left by then.
An acquaintance? Oh, I think I get it. He's been stuck underground.
Eno? Oh! It's really him. He's not human.
He sees you! Run! Oh.
What is he?
You've gotten better. You learn fast, I see.
You could say I finally learned how to stand. What about you? Trying to run before you can walk?
I've seen the Roman Empire fall 3 times now. I'm in no rush.
I'm sure you realize then. The West fell because they lost sight of themselves.
But you haven't seen my face in your textbooks, have you? Well, if you want to erase me from the future too, go ahead. If you can do anything other than eat, sleep, and stress, that is.
That's not who I am anymore. I could bring her here, to this era, right now.
Oh?
Our very existences are the axes of time. If I swap my place for hers, I could bring her here.
Whoa. She saved all of them.
I don't know what you're on about. Wouldn't that just make you disappear?
Can't say you're wrong. But still, if I could tell her how much she means to me, even once. Problem is, I've been looking down a cut-off path this whole time. But that's changed.
Good for you. If you have that much power, I suppose you could erase me.
Just stop working with that freaky thing. Keep that up, and you'll never remember how to see your path.
Oh.
Don't move! Okay, okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, oh yeah. Sorry for doing the live stream late, but but in the video, like when I said that I will do a live stream. Let's see. When I do a live stream on, let's see, on 3 o'clock Chicago, it has to. I was saying like 3:30 in Chicago time. So sorry if I misinterpreted if I got that right.
Soul, Eno's been captured. Police at the scene are taking her into custody as we speak.
At the scene, huh?
Yeah. Something's not right. Be careful.
What is this bullshit?
Eno wouldn't let herself be captured so easily.
Yeah, this isn't like her. Not at all.
Huh?
Frederick! What's going on?
That him?
Yeah, just as you predicted, boss. Honestly, I never expected him to get out of the castle.
He's a true anomaly. Ariels may have been a shithead, but we were better off when he was trapped inside her. Now that he's free.
He's that bad?
Bad? No. Problem is, he's too pure. Once you know everything, good and evil cease to exist. This world isn't fit for anything so complete.
And he's the target of Biken and Delilah's ire. Hey, don't get any funny ideas. I told you, we're just taking a look.
Yeah, so I'm having a look. Just a look!
Just a look.
Damn it.
That's something I would do.
Oh, good. I figured you'd notice me.
What are you doing? Eno's back the other way.
The real mastermind's the one who flees the scene of the crime. It's hard to believe, but it all makes sense if Eno was working with someone.
I'm popular today.
Yeah.
Is that?
I remember you from the victory celebration. Now, this is the first time I've seen your face. Oh, someone's got sharp senses. I'm putting you back in your box. Hold on. Those eyes. Nagoriyuki!
Run.
Gamma blade? How do you...
Whoa.
Shit.
Son of a...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's just one thing after another.
Let me handle this.
A mini bike? What?
This is turning into a real party.
With one hand. Such incredible strength. So you're a monster too, are you?
I was gonna say, yeah. And the monster will kick your behind.
Look away from him! Anji! Uh-oh.
Sharp turn.
Damn it, no! I'm all right. Just let him go. He's not someone any normal person could kill.
Frederick!
Sole bad guy. The god-killing flame of corruption. I better make sure this works. You can go. Nice to meet you. So you're the famous hero.
Nah, I'm just a freelancer, trying to enjoy his vacation.
Whoa. Now that's a clean shot.
Huh?
Oh. Come on.
Just like you. What keeps you alive, I wonder?
That should be healing by now. What the hell are you?
Happy Chaos. That's my name. But a name's all it is. I am whatever you see or feel me to be. Except... which came first, the chicken or the egg? You know the question. But do you know the answer?
What?
The omelet. The omelet came first. The omelet is the reason the chicken and egg exist. That could be anything you like, or nothing at all. But I do exist.
Those eyes.
Anyway, later.
I like it. He just interrupts, says, huh. Yeah. Fine. Okay.
What just happened?
Hell if I know. But I bet Eno might.
We'll continue this after.
What a relief that things settled down before I left for the States. I must admit, my mandatory attendance at G4 had been stressing me out.
Did you read the documents I gave you? Eno's never been captured. Still hasn't. She's not sitting on a prison cot so much as our dignity.
Well, that certainly eases my pre-summit anxiety. Thank you ever so much.
Hey, I'm only warning you out of the kindness of my heart.
Oh, I am keenly aware. It's why I called in some specialists for their assistance. They're investigating the security situation in America. I'm sure they've already...
It's a dog.
A dog?
And as they say, it's best to let sleeping dogs lie.
You read it. King Daryl?
These two are the specialists you mentioned? Seriously?
I'm sure you remember them, but allow me to reintroduce you. This is Zato 1 and Milia Rage.
That's Director Milia Rage, Your Majesty the Third King.
Director of what?
We reinstituted the Post-War Administration Bureau, and no one tops their former guild at informational warfare.
Sure, because their methods are illegal.
They're specialized. I think that's how the government puts it.
They're from the largest intelligence agency in the world. It'd be a waste not to recycle them.
Does Kai know about this?
His response was much the same as yours.
Don't get the wrong idea. You could be reborn as a Buddha, and I'd still hold your every sin against you. You're just lucky we don't have any way to prosecute the dead in this country. Got it?
I'll keep that in mind, Second King.
Good. Now, what was it you were saying about dogs earlier?
If I may have your attention.
Okay, like, happy? How's, like,
It's
that
about
car?
time. Better bust out the travel brochure.
Like, can I have a car like that, please?
We were tasked with checking the security system for G4 and the architecture of the White House for any blind spots. To make a long story short, they're both immaculate. We couldn't interfere even if we wanted to. However, we can only speak to the areas we could get eyes on.
While we were inspecting the White House floor plan that the United States provided us, we discovered a black box.
A black box?
As far as we know, not even the president is aware of it. The file's creation is attributed to a number of military-industrial complexes the world over. It appears as though, at one point, Illyria was involved in the construction of the White House.
So what's in the box?
It's protected by a nonlinear three-way matrix authentication encryption process.
Translation?
We don't know what's inside.
You can't open it.
Therein lies our issue. We don't believe that we should.
Why not?
Milia, what sort of data do we encrypt?
The kind we don't want people to see.
And who loves encryption most of all?
Bad people. Well, most of the time at least.
That's why the United States didn't notice it, and we did. In essence, King Leo, if we open this and it's a mere jack-in-the-box, we can all laugh it off. But if it turns out to be Pandora's box, well...
What, just looking at it will put a curse on us? Don't be so superstitious. It's the 22nd century. Archaeologists and grave robbers have a name for this kind of thing.
You're calling it a treasure? Regardless, we were tasked with tightening security. We can't predict whether this black box will threaten the safety of G4 or not. Still, whether we open it up and take a look is entirely up to you.
Do it.
What? You can't be serious.
What? It's outdated intel anyway.
The problem's not how old it is, it's where it's from. We should at least check in with the US about it first.
I never knew you were so by the book. But all right, I'll leave this matter in your hands.
Leaving already?
G4 waits for no man, no matter how hard you drag your heels on this.
No need to get snide.
Well done, Post-War Administration Bureau. This is quite the treasure trove of talent. Ho ho! Tiernanak. Hey, come on! This is too juicy to ignore. Oh, I knew Asuka had to have something fun in the works. Now, let's see where this story takes us.
Eno, you say?
Yeah. Your former ally has been detained by the Illyrian government. It's a real weight off my shoulders. You don't look too happy about it, though.
I once promised her a future. However, it seems I took too long to deliver. She chose to leave me.
So you feel responsible?
In part, yes, but... the Eno I know would never let herself be captured so easily.
I imagine they're interrogating her right now. So why don't we save the anxiety-inducing conversations for after she's escaped?
Wait, hold it! You can't just barge into the middle of...
Eno! Soul. Who the hell is this chaos bastard?
Long time no see, head.
Hey,
Should I be looking
language.
for a good lawyer?
Oh my god.
Better find one who can take a beating.
What do you want to know?
Oh, since when are you so generous?
I'm hurt. Have I ever lied to you?
I don't think you've ever told me the truth.
If you don't want to talk, you're welcome to leave.
Fine then. What'd you take from Ariel's?
Her pride. I had my tongue nice and sharp. Gave her a verbal beatdown. Must have left her down in the dumps.
Don't give me that told you so look. She let herself get captured. We're not getting the truth until we bring in that Chaos fellow.
Well, you think? I bet I could get it out of her sooner.
Oh my. Were you looking to make some renovations to the castle?
Enough property damage, both of you.
I gotta say,
This isn't a question I ask lightly, but do you plan on becoming a god?
And here I thought you brought me in just for destruction of property.
She's dodging
Don't
the
dodge
question.
Do you intend to destroy the world?
Is the destruction of the world all you ever think about? Would it kill you to get a bit more creative?
We'll work on that. Maybe that Chaos guy could give us some ideas. Call him over.
You want a ticket? You're gonna have to wait in line. You gotta put in the effort to get something worthwhile.
This is an interrogation room. Didn't you see the sign? It says, sorry, I can cut the line whenever I want.
Sounds like you'd be better off taking that sign with you to the White House then. I bet the Gearmaker's got a hell of a story to tell you.
Excuse me? Are you suggesting the Gearmaker's up to something?
You think he's not? Really? What was it again? The accumulation of goodwill? Well, it's not like I know much about it myself. I'm not going to be the one setting off the fireworks.
Eno's never needed a reason to cause trouble. This is the first time I've ever felt intent behind her actions.
That's tripping us up as well. If only we knew what's motivating her. Could her past be the key?
Jacko, looks like you could shine some light on this.
I thought I could, but now I'm not so sure.
Explain.
There were originally supposed to be 2 Jacko units. One of them was me. My role was to make your girlfriend human again. And the other's role was to make Eno...
like, make her what?
To make her what?
Asuka knew that Eno would pose a threat if she ever awakened. So he created a Jacko to prevent that. No, in order to save her. That other Jacko was given a name to distinguish us.
What?
Happy Chaos.
What are you saying? That the Gearmaker created chaos? No. More importantly, is Eno trying to become a normal human?
That's what I don't get. The plan was kept secret. Eno shouldn't know about it. And weirder still, even though the Gearmaker was making Happy Chaos, he never finished.
Two different parents gave their kid that name? The world really has gone to shit. But this is all new to me. You said Eno's incomplete, right? Why? Tell us everything you know.
And don't hold out every
This is a good opportunity for you, too.
Do you have any hot chocolate?
Oh my god.
The world in which we live is governed by a programmatic space that controls all of creation. This space is known as the backyard. One day, however, the backyard got sick.
But you said it was a program.
You know how they say dolls can get possessed by spirits? It's
Yeah.
like that. Though in this case, the world got possessed by humanity's emotions during the war. So, the backyard cut off the source of the illness. That was the first mistake. The part that got cut off was given tremendous authority, and became all-powerful.
And that's Eno.
To be precise, it's Axel, too.
What?
Asuka's teacher was the first to discover Eno. He decided she was a threat, and took away her power and her sense of self.
So that's why she's incomplete.
Makes sense.
Then if Eno isn't trying to become a human, but rather her original self...
She'd need the other half she lost.
Is that what she took from Ariel's?
If it was, then why isn't she complete yet?
Perhaps she requires something else. An energy source. or even a specific moment.
No matter what she needs, there's something that can give it to her.
Asuka's tome, right? Looks like I'll be taking Vernon up on his offer after all.
Let us take care of Eno and Chaos. Chip seems to have vanished, but he may know something as well.
This is just a hypothetical, okay?
What?
What if I could stop Eno?
What?
But if I did, Arya would never be able to wake up. What would you do?
Is that part of your role too?
Huh?
What would happen to you? Never ask me that again. Not even as a joke. I will not let you erase Arya on a whim, no matter what.
It was only a hypothetical. Just forget about it, okay?
Huh.
Do you need a map?
Only if it can direct me away from trouble.
Trouble's like your persistent ex, isn't she? You tried ending things, but she's always hitting you up.
Well, that was an awfully short vacation.
On the bright side, it was your longest yet.
Got me there.
Say, that isolation zone, Izeo. What's it like?
Empty. It's just mountains, a big old field, and a lake. But the floating island reflecting in the lake at sunset made it popular with painters. I decided a long time ago that that was where I wanted to live. Sorry. About, just now. When a woman makes a face like that, a man's to blame. Asuka told me that way back when.
Do I look sentimental to you? I can't cry. Or even feel.
If I go to the White House, I'll see Asuka there. And I'll give him the ass-kicking he deserves. Feels like that'd be a faster road to forgiveness than some drawn-out heart-to-heart.
Forgiveness?
That's where people belong. So listen up. This is important. Your past is kept up in here. But the present, this very moment, is in here. And right now, Arya's there too. Whenever you're feeling lost, this is what you should trust.
You must be aware of it by now, right?
Understood. I'll leave an opening in our security on the day of the event.
Not only can you control people's actions, but their minds and appearance as well.
Anyone but you, yes. Using those fancy eyes of yours.
Why do you let me live?
You're the only one in the world who knows my weakness. That makes things interesting. You could be the key to real drama. That, and, well, honestly, I like you. There aren't many folks out there who hold themselves to their own standards.
You baffle me. One cannot go far without a destination in mind. Without that, how can you ever know if you've arrived? And yet you see meaning in pressing ever onwards. Just like Bushido.
I just want to go someplace that's not on the map. The United States of America. You've only ever seen the world before the revival. Isn't this a view? You could say it's a work of art crafted by culture and civilization. But as of tomorrow, it might be called hell.
So a path without morality leads to the root of evil then?
Good luck. I'm amazed you managed to get so many of these.
It was no easy task, I'll tell you that. They don't build them to this standard anymore.
Well, I can't imagine they'll be necessary for a summit on world peace.
They're not for the world. They're to protect you. I need you to know what we'll be packing.
Erica, it's not like G4 is a war.
For me and Dickinson, it is. Do you know why I grew my hair over my ears?
Not a clue.
Because Dickinson talks too loud. Maybe it's old age, but he's been telling me the same thing for 3 years. Listen, Erica. To our mission, we stay true. Whether the president's tie is red or blue.
Ha! Ha! Still saying that, is he? Make that 6 years. I want to put an end to the era of might makes right. To let the people look to the future and see a newfound hope.
To bring about an era where the president designs the badges of his Secret Service himself?
Exactly. And the thing that'll save the world is football.
Football.
They say that sports once captivated people of all stripes, from all over the country. We should be thinking about how best to enrich the time we spend with our loved ones. Isn't that the world you dreamed of as well?
Let's go greet our hero.
How's it feel being back home again?
It's not exactly Turin in November.
What do you think of the White House then?
Same shit as Illyria Castle. Now I see why taxes are so high. Okay, be frank with me. I thought we knights were supposed to guard the conference room. Why am I the only one on standby?
On the day of G4, each country will bring along their most highly accomplished knights. If our country were represented by a world-renowned hero, it might appear we're making a mockery of the others.
So, what, should I nap through the thing?
That's our hope. If you slept here through G4, then headed home when you woke up, that would be our ideal outcome.
Vernon, you know you can be straight with me. It's Oscar who wants me here, isn't it?
You knew that all along, and you still came.
Yeah, well, this is between him and me. You just got caught up in it.
Do you know what he's trying to do?
Can I see him?
Don't want to do it.
Why didn't you go with Frederick?
Because I'm the only one who can stop Eno.
That's not true. You want to learn about Eno, don't you? You're projecting yourself onto her.
You can't make friends just by looking down from the top of your castle. How long do you intend to stay in here? Arya.
You finally came to see me.
Because you wouldn't come out.
Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. But we both need a future, don't we?
Are you saying you called me in here?
We both called out to each other. The two of us are a single Arya. But it's about time that you remembered why you're here.
Do you ever intend to come back?
Arya's mind was destroyed along with the world back before the Crusades. We can no longer be sure of her intentions.
But you're Arya, aren't you?
A piece of her. Just like you. The only difference is that you have emotions.
Artificial ones, sure.
Is your love for Frederick artificial too?
How would I even know if it was?
Why don't you take off your halo? It's from before you were human, is it not?
Is my ego starting to become independent?
That may be so. Or perhaps... Even after she lost everything, Arya refused to throw everything away.
But the Arya Frederick once is the one from the past.
Do you feel as if he's rejected you? For living only to fulfill your role?
We're all searching for our place in society, aren't we? For me, it's saving the world. So what's the difference?
Nothing at all. Provided that it's what you wish for.
What do I wish for?
There is not merely one world. In fact, there's one for each and every one of us. Your world hasn't even existed for an entire year. What value does it hold for you? You don't yet have the courage to accept yourself. If you can't find your answer, then Arya will disappear. But in order to do so, you need to be prepared.
To do what?
Destroy the world.
We can't approve an in-person meeting between the two of you before G4, so you'll have to settle for this.
It'll do. First you're that man, then the gear maker, and now the devil himself. How many names does one man need?
As of right now, none of them apply to me.
Then who the hell called me here?
Just Oscar.
The boring man with a fondness for math that you know so well.
Let G4 end peacefully. Once it does, I'll kick the shit out of you and head home.
I've never decided anything for myself before. I followed the influences around me, tried to adapt myself to them. My long list of aliases is a testament to that. I've never truly been myself. Thinking back on it now, it seems the same could be said for my becoming a scientist. In turn, I've always pushed the responsibility for my presence in this world onto everyone else. But that changes today.
Oh my.
All right. Listen up, people. We're on high alert till each and every ambassador is back in their room with a warm bed and a full stomach. Now, I know you good folks will never give anything less than your all. But today your all won't be enough. This is gonna be the longest damn day of our lives, make no mistake. Now let's get to it.
Sir, I've got to ask, is the gear maker really that big a deal?
Excuse me?
I mean, I've never been ordered to deploy 5 whole security divisions for one conference before.
I've never issued an order like that before either. But by the same token, you never met an individual who could take down the entire goddamn Union fleet empty-handed, now have you?
I have not.
If we make it to tomorrow, you'll have someone else stand.
Huh? What's up with the scent?
What are you planning? Happy chaos. But we'll call off the stream for today. But we'll call off the stream today. That it was fun. Like it was fun. Watching the like it felt like it's like I'm watching a movie. But I have so much there is so much that I want to ask. There was so much question that I want to ask. But till then, I'll see y'all. Let's see, either Wednesday or Friday. And thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. Oh, but please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you're new. And turn on those notifications so you don't have to miss anything. Oh, and I'm still gonna do the. Let's see, what was it? Still gonna do the Dragon Ball Fighters. And so till then, ciao.